What's going on, everybody? Have you guys ever had a crush? Like, whenever you're young. Like, the age where you think you like tits, but you've never seen them yet. That age. You ever done really anything super stupid because you had a crush and you, wanted to be... Okay, we'll just run it back. Look, I used to be skinny, but I've always been shorter than fuck. So I had to be creative with these whores out in these streets. Adaptive. Do the things that other people wouldn't. I was always a little wild, Like, I've put my fair share amount of fireworks on golf courses at 3 in the morning to watch them blow up over the lake. I thought it was fun. The police didn't like it. But I thought it was fun. This is just how this was the shit I liked to do when I was young. So using that kind of creative prowess, that kind of inhibition that I had as a young man, whenever I had a crush, I decided to go all the way out. I decided to really run it home. Because I thought it was going to be funny. That was the problem. I thought it was going to be funny. It turns out, if you go and paint every single window with fake snow in the middle of summer on a house, if you cover every single window on that house, that girl's parents will call the police. They don't think it's funny. They're concerned about what happened and who might have done this. And this is the story about it. So, I was in 7th grade. I don't know how old you are in 7th grade. Young. 11 or some shit. I was so young I was still riding a bicycle actively. And I had a fucking game plan. A good one, too. I decided that what I was going to do is I was going to go and frost up all these windows on this girl's house. Because why not? That's a legendary move. So, there was a lot of issues, though. This girl lived 2 blocks away from my parents' house. So, and we were in the same class. So if I did that just on a whim on a Wednesday, no way in hell I'd get away with it. So I devised a plan. I got one of my dumbest smart friends involved, and we got on bicycles, and we started scheming. Now, to set the picture, we are 11 or so years old on bicycles. First, we have to find something to cover these windows with. Now, it did not start off with the idea of having fake snow. We wanted window paint so we could write things. However, apparently every high schooler who had a car was currently window painting whatever they wanted to because there was no window paint available. So after riding 3 miles to the closest Dollar General to my parents' house, I decided, what else can we spray on windows? And little did I know that the helpful old lady at Dollar General was able to hook me up. She said, "Oh yeah, this can go on windows, and then it wipes right off." And I said, "Perfect. That's what I need for my little scheme, my little plan, my little interaction." Step 1 was done. There was the other problem, though. I had to get away, so I was not close to this girl's house, because then they'd know it was me. So I went to my dumbest smart friend's house, and we stayed the night at his house. He lived about 10 miles outside of town. It was only about 5 miles outside of town down Blacktop. However, you got to remember what I was saying earlier. We were 11. We didn't have cars. We had bikes, though, and determination. It turns out that 15 miles on bicycles down gravel roads turns a lot more into like 20 miles and about 3 hours of pedaling. Did that stop me? Nay, nay. I was determined. So, at 3 in the morning, we loaded up. We snuck out of his parents' house. We snuck the bicycles out the garage windows, not to open the garage doors. Tell me I wasn't a well-thought-out little hellion of a child. I had plans with it. I had ideas. Couldn't open a garage door. What do I look like, a chump? So we loaded the bicycles out the window, shut the window back, locked it back with a pocket knife. Don't know why we went that hard, because, you know, no one was going to go out into the garage at 3 in the morning, see a window, and be like, I should probably make sure that's locked. They would just go, why am I in the garage at 3 in the morning? And go back to bed. But we went all for it. We did it. And then we pedaled our little hearts out. But you got to remember, I was a man on a mission. So once we got about 2 blocks away, we hid the bikes in the field, snuck through another field, and got to painting on this house. Now, once again, we only did windows. And technically, I wasn't much of an artist like my friend was. So I let him do all the drawing because he was artsy-fartsy. So I said, yeah, draw this, draw that. I was just the ringleader. I never committed any crimes, officer. So we went around. We did, I think, almost every window on the house. All their vehicles that were sitting outside. The garage door mini windows. And the windows on the playhouse out back. Because do you know how many windows you can cover with 3 things of fake frost that you buy at Dollar General? A whole house worth. And then some. That's how much you can do. We then hid those cans in the woods. That way no one would find our evidence. Because, you know, we were afraid someone might get our fingerprints. Because it might go that hard. We got back on our bikes. Rode the 15 to 20 miles back out to my buddy's house. Loaded those bicycles back in the windows. Went to bed for about an hour or 2. We wake up. I get a text from this girl saying, hey, that's really funny. Did you guys go and like write some stuff on the windows last night? And I said, this is my shot. She's thinking how funny and clever and cute I am. So I said, hell yeah. And she goes, oh yeah, because my dad's pissed. I deleted that text message. I was 11. I didn't realize that the text message didn't delete from her phone too. I was like, shit. You know, I thought I was getting away with it. Next thing I know, my buddy's mom is coming up and being like, what the fuck? My mom is now at my buddy's parents' house being like, that girl's parents called me. They showed up at our house this morning and said that you sprayed their windows and wrote stuff all over their vehicles and blah, 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 and all this and that. And I was like, Mom, I'd never vandalize a vehicle or a house. I wouldn't do that. And she's like, well, she said it's all over the windows. And I was like, Mom, we're like 10 miles away from town. I'm 11. What do you think? How do you think that could have been me? And my mom agreed. She said, that's a good point. You're 11. How the fuck did 2 11, maybe 12, I don't know, year-olds get all the way into town in the middle of the night? That's a good point. So for about 14 years, my mother has said that it absolutely and positively could not have been me and my friend. There's 0% chance. The girl's parents never believed that. Not even once. They still liked me, though, because I was a delight. I'm still friends with the girl to this day. We're actually such good friends that I was at her wedding about a month ago. It was a good time. It was a lot of fun. I didn't paint any windows while I was there. I had honestly forgot about it. Like, not completely, but like it wasn't the forefront of my mind anymore. Until I got home, because my mom also went to this lovely young lady's wedding. And we got home, and I was getting ready to leave and go see some old high school friends. And my mom was just sitting in the kitchen. She looks over at me, and she goes, "You know, Eric, did you ever find out what it was that happened and who it was that did it with spraying those windows up there at house?" Cut the name. I just said, "Who knows, Mom? The issue is I'm way too old now to care." So I started giggling like a little schoolgirl bitch because I had kind of forgot about it. And all of a sudden I'm just sitting there and all my genius was coming back to me. And I'm like, fucking, yeah, I was so good. And I'm laughing, and my mom goes, "Eric, what do you know?" And I said, "Mom, I don't know anything about what two young boys might have done riding 30 miles in a night just because one of them kind of had a crush at 11. My mom was pissed. I think she's still mad about it. She texted me the other day, and she said, "Oh, Christmas is coming up. You better get out the phone." I said, "Chill out, bitch, okay?" Those years are behind me. And she's like, "I can't believe you lied to me." I can't believe... Why wouldn't I? I was 11, dude. Found out that girl's dad was pissed over text message. 7 in the morning. I'd only slept like 2 hours. I'd been up all night, pedaling hard. What else was I supposed to do but lie? And I had the perfect alibi. But here's the thing. Statute of limitations has ran out. And I'll admit it now. Because I fucking did spray the shit out of those windows. And you never could have proved it. And the best part about it was the guy I did it with, he was so ripe for snitching people out. And he didn't snitch me out. I think he was also scared of her dad. So it turns out, if you're 11, you got a crush, a dream, and a bicycle, and you can find the right old lady at Dollar General, you can create a 15-year story of mystery and delusion. And then bring it all down, break your mother's heart, and giggle about it on a little YouTube show. Don't let your dreams be dreams, kids. My name is Eric Biggs. Good night.